you're watching this from Berlin or Rome, you might want to look away. Because we're making the German street food, Currywurst. Turn it into a lasagna or a pasta bake and rank out of 10. Start with slicing an onion. I only have a huge one, but I think half would do. Alright, I'm using a pot here and let's fill in some clarified butter. Now, since we're pureeing the sauce later anyways, I didn't really make the same size with the onions. Let's also chop 1 clove of garlic, some tomato paste. Next is a small paprika. Also, might as well add a pickle. Now you can already see some well roasted spots right here. So what we're going to deglaze it with is a little tiny bit of orange juice. Now let's yeet our vegetables in here. And the second time we're going to deglaze it is with something else. And that is classic Coke. Now you might not want to believe it, but that's what many recipes actually use. So I actually haven't had this kind of Coca-Cola in years, I think. I only drink the sugar-free stuff, so let me give it a taste. Tastes just like I remember, but the rest of it goes right into the sauce. And now we can finally start adding in our ketchup. This is 200 grams of ketchup and half a kilo of tomato puree. Bit of salt, we can adjust that later. Pepper, of course. I'm going to add some chili flakes here as well. And finally, the reason why it's called a curry sauce is because there's curry powder in there. Now, while the sauce is simmering, I can show you the kind of sausage we're going to use. Traditionally, you would more use a Bratwurst or Oberländer without the skin. But to be fair, you can really choose whatever sausage you like. And since we are making some kind of lasagna, even though it's more like a pasta bake, I figured I'm going to take my favorite Italian sausages, salsiccia, which have a lot of fennel seeds, and I really like that. What I want to make here is cut them really, really thin, so we definitely have enough. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing a white shirt, so I might want to change that before I start pureeing. Alright, this channel is officially 18 plus now. Hopefully I am censored. Anyways, let's start pureeing. Alright, this might be a bad idea. There's only one way to find out. This cable is barely long enough. Now, surprisingly, this is about it. Alright, cool. Not much more of a mess. Well, these are ancient, alright? Let's give it a taste and see what we can adjust. A bit more salt and a lot more spicy for my taste. Now, since we won't sprinkle any on top like we would with a classic currywurst, I'm going to get more of the curry powder into the sauce. Alright, now we're going to boil our lasagna sheets since we're going to make a very dubious cursed lasagna here in a second. Alright, now before I can start plating the lasagna, I'm going to need one more sauce, and that's a bechamel sauce. In my case, clarified butter, a good amount of flour, here we go. Now I like to add some pepper, some nutmeg, and a good amount of salt. And additionally, I like to add some good grana padano. I love putting mozzarella into my lasagnas instead of a bechamel sauce usually, but I was afraid if I did this here, it might just overtake the whole taste. So I'm only going to put some mozzarella on top of the whole lasagna, so it is one layer only. I want the mozzarella to dry out a little, otherwise it is far too watery. We can start making our lasagna. Let's start by trying to get our lasagna sheets apart somehow. It's time to give this a taste and then rank out of 10. Cheers! This is way too sweet for a real lasagna. The sausage combination with the sauce, it does fit. I like it. But as far as turning it into a lasagna, maybe not so much. I am going to finish this because it's not bad overall, but it's really nothing I will probably ever do again. It's far too sweet to be a lasagna, so 5 out of 10. Also check this out. I think those are like 3 lasagna sheets that just stuck together and I just put them in there. If you have any other crazy food combination ideas, please let me know down below and I will see you in the next video.
Get strudeled.
It's really like as if you're eating spaghetti with ketchup. Mamma mia.